find the truffles for you. But dogs bark, right? So they started using pigs who could also smell the truffle but wouldn't bark and alert anybody that the truffle was there. So now that our bratwursts are cooked, we're going to move them over here. You see this one here that's split open? That's going to be great for my nachos. And we've got this pan, and it's got a little bit of this pork fat, a little thyme, a little buttery goodness. So we're going to actually use that to toast off our gluten-free hot dog bun. Good on its own, but I always recommend just a little bit of fat makes it better. So we've got that going there. Here are my nachos. So next, we're going to get a little bit of cheese on here. You think this is oven safe?
What's the question?
She's shaking her head no. Not oven safe? Well, y'all are no fun. Oh, that's perfect. Look at that. That's like food porn. When the butter's dripping off of it. Oh. You know, like when you look at something and you see the hamburger and it's got the cheese oozing off of it? You know.
I call it orgasmic.
Yes. Ah, that's incredible. So careful, this pan is hot. All right, so since y'all are gonna be no fun and not let me put that plate in the oven, I think glass will explode, which could be fun. I'm actually gonna put these on here. So this is an awful big sheet tray for such a few nachos, but that's okay. More is more, right?
More is more, yeah.
Now, what do you guys think? A little cheese, a lot of cheese? Okay. I love you guys.
What a surprise.
There's a lot more of you than there were when we first started. Welcome. How is everyone? You guys are so quiet. I'm going to get some tequila for my next demo, some coffee, some beer. We're going to mix it all together.
Welcome to the Ozarks, Christina, on 3. 1, 2.
Welcome to the Ozarks, Christina.
Y'all are pretty good at that. Okay. So we're going to make a quick sauce here for our bratwurst. We're still dancing around each other. We're going to do this the whole time. Can you get in a close-up of the mayonnaise? Sorry, I'm originally from Missouri. I don't know how y'all are here, but in St. Louis, we love mayonnaise. I put mayonnaise on everything. So Thanksgiving is coming up. Let me tell you a little trick. Coat your turkey in mayonnaise before you put it in the oven. It's my secret. It makes the juiciest, most delicious turkey. So mayonnaise, right, all it is eggs and oil. So you crank your oven up to 500 degrees, put the mayonnaise all over that turkey, and you gotta use your hands, because that makes it fun.
You know, most people could tell you're from St. Louis by the way you pronounce mayonnaise.
How do I do it? Mayonnaise?
Mm-hmm.
What do other people call it?
Mayonnaise.
Well, that's weird.
Mayonnaise.
I don't agree with that whatsoever. So we're gonna use, this is the simplest thing. We've got a little Cajun seasoning because I like things that have a little bit of spice to them. So I'm gonna take this mayonnaise and whip it up with a little Cajun seasoning, but first, we're gonna check on our nachos. This oven is fast, guys. So how long was that in there for? 5 seconds, maybe? Your oven at home will not work that fast, I promise you.
So should we all get one of these?
Definitely. What kind of oven is it? Can you tell me? Can I take it with me?
Conviction.
Conviction? I don't know if I like that necessarily. All right, so let's finish these off real quick. Excuse me, sir. So we've got a little bit of our tomatoes here. And then we're going to use a little bit of this Ott's Famous. Have y'all had Ott's Famous out there? Okay, perfect. Anybody else? Okay, I'm going to leave this whole bowl. It's right over here. I got the big size so that y'all could share. And I'm going to leave it up here. And feel free to try this dressing. It's incredible. I mean, you can use it on a salad, but that's a little too easy. So there we go. And I'm going to finish it off with just a little bit of our bratwurst here. love leftovers. I wish I had bacon in my mystery box. How cool would that be? And here we are.
And you don't have a name for this dish?
It's called nachos.
Nachos. I've heard of that.
Now, we could call it Ott's famous nachos, I guess, if we wanted to. All right, so let's get back to our bratwurst over here. A little of this Cajun seasoning. And you can really do anything with this that you want. You can add a little bit of Dijon mustard, which is amazing. Sriracha, y'all like sriracha out here? I mean, the hotter, the better for me. I love spice. I'm very jealous. Jenny in her next demo gets hot wing sauce. That's not fair. So we're just gonna mix this up real quick to incorporate it. Grab a spoon. And I kind of like things to be a little saucy. What do you guys think? I'm a little saucy. All right. Sorry, that was cheesy. Not like the nachos, which is a different kind of cheese. It's early, I'm sorry. I haven't had a glass of wine yet.
About what time do you usually start?
Well, see, I work for a winery, so in Napa Valley, we start at
Taste
breakfast.
all day.
There's a product called truffle honey. It's honey with truffles in it. French toast, y'all. Drizzle it with truffle honey and a glass of Chardonnay. It's a great way to wake up. If you add juice to your wine, that immediately makes it a breakfast drink. I work a lot. I can't get sick. I need my vitamin C. So we got our bratwurst here. Delicious. Our nachos over here. And we're forgetting one last thing. We've got our onion rings. So I'm gonna drop these in the deep fryer. These are freaking good. Have you guys had these? Boulevard beer, I think.
Boulevard beer, yeah, onion rings.
Amazing. So they're based out of Kansas City, I hear. They make some really great beer. I was at Springfield Brewery last night. Has anybody been there?
Yeah. Simplot beer is what it is. Simplot beer.
I think I saw some of their
battered
Simplot
onion
beer.
rings.
Yum. I love that. So I'm going to drop some of these in the fryer for you. Who likes onion rings? Well, thank God.
Boulevard beer has been in the news lately. That's why we thought that. They just sold out to some foreigners.
Ooh. That seems to be a trend.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so what we're gonna do here is now this is stupid simple. We're gonna use a little bit of our mayonnaise, and I'm just gonna add some truffle salt to it, season it up, and serve that with our rings. I like things that are simple. All right, so I've got about 60 seconds left while these onion rings cook. Last chance for any questions. No one's asked me anything. Y'all are making this way too easy.
Does anybody want to know anything? About anything? More?
Yes. More about the turkey?
Yeah.
Gosh, well, where should I start? Okay, so with your turkey, you cook it in a way that's called high-low method. You'll find that chefs are super creative. So high-low method means you start it at a high temperature and then you cook it on a low temperature. So crank your oven up. I don't know how hot it gets. Mine gets about 500 degrees. Coat it with your mayonnaise, all nice. I am a big proponent of stuffing the turkey, and at my house, like the more you stuff it in there, the better it's going to be. And then you're gonna crank your oven up to that 500 degree temperature and cook it in there for all of about 15 minutes. We'll eventually get this to work. There we go. And once it starts to brown and crystallize, then you're gonna crank it down, and I cook it super low, so maybe 225 for the rest of the time. It's the best thing you've ever had. Now I know I have a bowl over here somewhere, perfect. I'm just gonna toss these in here. Any other questions?
One over here. Yes. So step up and yell real loud.
Yeah.
What made you want to go into cooking?
What a good question. What made me want to go into culinary arts? And Jennifer would actually be a great person to ask. Her story is hysterical. I never wanted to do this because this was not cool when I was your age. And even now, it's like, you know, okay, you're never going to get a vacation. You're not going to make any money. You're going to burn yourself. You're going to cut yourself. You're going to work every holiday, and then you're going to come home and smell like fish. Great, sign me up. It was kind of something that I fell into. So my first job ever, are you ready, was working at Red Lobster. I was a biscuit maker. I still make some real good biscuits.
A cheese biscuit.
The secret, Italian seasoning and butter, that's what they brush on top, makes everything taste better. So then I went to college for my real job, which was to be a lawyer. And as we all know, that is the least fun job in the entire world. So thank God, while I was at college, I got an education and decided this is not for me. So I went to culinary school in Hyde Park, New York. While I was there, they had an opportunity to audition for this show, Hell's Kitchen. And I was like, well, I mean, how bad could it be, right? It's a day in Manhattan, there's an open bar. Cool, I'm gonna go, right? So I go, and the rest is kind of history. What I thought was gonna be like one random day there in New York City ended up being a lot longer of a commitment. So I was on cast for their 4th season and won. So that's all I have for you. Any other questions?
Any more?
Perfect. Well, great. Well, I'm going to make way for Jenny, help clear down. I will be at my table, which is directly behind you after this, with a giant can of Red Bull. Love it.
Give it up for Christina McAmer.
Thanks so much for your
And
attention.
I'm going to try something here.
Try whatever you
My
like.
job. I'll try the. What did you
Get the
call
worst
these?
job.
What did you call these?
We call those nachos.
Nachos.
Let me take a picture of it before he.
Oh, good.
I've never had lots.
Can you do a drawing for a gift bag?
Ooh, I would love to. This